Hi, Liana, how are you?
Hello.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started, okay? Are you okay so far?
Yeah.
You have any question from your school?
I think it's okay for now.
Okay for now? Okay, make sure, okay? If you have any question, let me know. Okay, now we will be continuing. So we teach you the basic language of JavaScript, the variable, the type of the variable, the operators, the functions, the if statement, the function, the loop, and the object and the array. Okay, so the basic language is done. Now today we are going to talk about the JavaScript language and the HTML, the relationship of the HTML and JavaScript. Okay, so the purpose of having JavaScript is to design a web page. So it's related to the HTML. Okay, so HTML, if you design a web page and then you create something called HTML, then you are creating a web page that is fixed, that we call it static page. So you basically, the page cannot be changed. So you actually design a web page, and that's in HTML. Okay, and that actually is a fixed page. So we call it static. So this kind of page, we call it static. So HTML, we call it static, means that it gives you the structure of the page. So you get a few buttons, you get some paragraphs, something like that. And then you are not going to change the page. We call it a static page. Now, today we are going to talk about what is dynamic page. So dynamic page means that you would update the page. When you use it, you may update the page. Then that is a dynamic page. Okay, that actually is a dynamic page. So we will look at this and then see how it works. Okay, see how the JavaScript works. So before we talk about this static page and dynamic page, let's knowing about what is DOM. Let's talk about DOM. So what is DOM? First let's talk about what is DOM. So when you design a web page that actually is a HTML web page, and HTML got the page's structure. So you have some paragraph, you have some header, you have some body, okay, those kind of things. Then at the same time, a DOM will be created. That is document, object, model will be created. Okay, so what is this DOM? So basically you create a web page. So this web page, let's assume that this web page, you do have a page and you do have header, you do have a body, inside body, let's assume you have a paragraph inside the body, okay? So this is a page, you will create a page with document on top. So on top is document. Under the document, there are two child for the document. One is called header. One is called head. The other one is called body. And under the body, there is another one that's a paragraph. So basically, my typing is not good today. But anyway, the page is the document, the header is the header, the body is the body object, and then the paragraph inside it is under it. So here you have a web page that's in HTML structure, but a DOM is a tree. A tree of data structure is created. We call it DOM. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
And if we want to change the web page, you have to change the property of the DOM. Then the web page will be changed. So what you need to understand is that DOM is a data structure for the web page. So you create HTML web page, a DOM will be created by the Google Chrome. And then you will be able to update it by accessing and updating the page. Okay. So today's topic is DOM and jQuery. Okay, DOM and jQuery. Let's go for DOM first. So you need to know about element and the tag in HTML. So a tag is this is a tag. So this is a paragraph tag. An element could be an img that is a image tag. Okay, or a is a tag, an anchor tag. Okay, for the link. So these are different tag and elements. So when you create HTML, it is a static page. That means that the content cannot be changed. And then a DOM will be created. This DOM is document object model. A document object model is actually some object in the HTML, in the JavaScript. Then you modify the DOM, then you create a dynamic page. And to modify the DOM, you need to use JavaScript. So the relationship of the HTML and JavaScript is HTML create a page structure, and then JavaScript modify the DOM and modify the HTML structure. And SOM is created by CSS that's related to the documentation, the color and property of the object. It is also updated by the JavaScript, and it is treated similar to HTML. So usually we don't talk about it. We just talk about the HTML and JavaScript. And CSS is a property of the HTML as well. So this actually is the relationship that we would like to talk about today. And we will also talk about jQuery. jQuery is a querying tool, okay, to make this process of the using JavaScript faster, okay? So first, let's go to the element and tag. So we know about element and tag. So you have a tag, you have opening tag, origin tag. If this one is a container, if it is a block, so paragraph, you have opening tag, you have closing tag. Okay, so inside there is inner HTML. This is inner HTML. You can change it by inner HTML. So that's one thing for tag. Second, you may have some tag that is img. That is the element tag. But this one, you do not have the /img. Okay, yes, you can. You can put a /img, but it is not needed. Okay, this one is not needed. So sometimes you have opening tag, sometimes you have a closing tag. You have opening tag and closing tag, but sometimes you only have one opening tag, okay? And that is usually an element tag. Okay, so that is the tag, and HTML documents are made of a lot of elements, so a lot of starting tag and ending tag, closing tag, okay? So there's a h1 tag and /h1 tag for opening and close. There's a paragraph tag with p and /p, okay? So in general, HTML element can be divided into category, block tag and inline element. So inline element is like image tag is inline element. It's only a element, a picture. Block tag means that you have a paragraph, so you can put a lot of image, put a lot of letter in there until you close it. So that is your container. Block tag is a container. You can put a lot of things into there. And then inline element tag is a single element tag, okay? So header is using H1, H2, H3, H4. Okay, we talked about it before with this different level. And we have paragraph P tag, okay, paragraph. Okay, and then there are some white spaces. White space is the extra space later, so you may use NBSP later for the space or a single space, okay? And there are also MBSM for some larger spaces. You can check the internet, okay? You can check the internet. So now you will get many different block tag like P tag, H tag, order line tag, unordered line tag, pre-tag, address tag, block tag, block quote tag, okay, DL tag, division tag. These are different block level tags. Okay, there are also element tag that actually is B tag, I tag. Okay, this different element tag. That means they are not container, they just marked for some elements. So usually, if you have a block tag, this different block tag like paragraph tag, it usually is a line, and then you finish it. So you have this paragraph, and after that, you open and close a new line. Okay, so it usually is will open when you have a paragraph, you will open a new line, start from a new line, and slash P you will close with a new line, so you will change to the new line. Okay, for the block level tag. If it is an element tag, it's like an image tag, then come to here, it will not change line. It will actually stay in the same line. Okay, so that's called inline tag. In the same line is inline tag. Okay, these are the idea of the tag that we know it before. Now we are going to talk about what is a static page. So a static page is a page created only by HTML. So let's assume that you have this hello world page. So you have HTML header, title, body, H1, P, okay, and then you create a page like this. And this one, after you create your creation, you have no way to change the page. So you don't have a falling apple, you don't have that. So that this one, we call it a static page. It's a fixed page, something that you don't change, okay? So when you create a HTML page, a tree, DOM tree will be created like this. Okay, you have HTML header, body, title, H1, that is a HTML page, DOM tree will be created. And then you modify your DOM tree will change your HTML. So the DOM tree is the data structure that you will modify by the JavaScript. Okay, so your HTML page is like that. Your DOM tree is like that, okay? Now you can add link to it, okay, whatever it is, create a different page. That's okay. We don't talk about it right now. That's it. So now we finish the discussion for static page. We know about HTML is a static page. Next one, let's talk about dynamic page. So now you've got a page, and then that page has a DOM related to it. Now, if you modify your DOM, then you will change the property of the page, and then you will actually change the property, change the page. So here you will need to learn what is get element by ID, what is the get element by tag, what is node, what is creating new node, deleting node, and then inner HTML. These are techniques to update your DOM by JavaScript. Okay, we'll talk about it. So first one is the access of the element. So now you want to access some element in your page. That's when you have a page. You want to access this H1, you want to access your P, you need to use a get element by ID. So how to do it? Let's actually use the copy to do it. Okay, let's do copy. Let's go to the copy. Okay, so today that's actually let me see. Let me use a pen. So this one I'm going to call it DNR 14. Let's call it circle. Okay, this one is a very simple page. So this one we will create. This actually in HTML, this actually is the body of the page. Okay, it's the body of the page. So right here, what we would do is like let's create let's see, let's create a division. okay, a division tag. So this is a division that inside there. I'm not going to put anything, but I don't want to leave it open. So I'll use MBSP. Okay, so I create a tag of the division, and inside there I put two space in there. But because they are space, so you cannot see it. Okay, you cannot see it. Now this one you cannot see anything. So let's do this. Let's have a body. Okay, background color. Okay, its background color, let's set to beige. Okay, that's it. So your background color now you have a yellow color. Okay, light yellow color for the beige color. But we want to change the color for this division. So let's do ID equals div1. Okay. So this is ID div1. Now we want to actually make this one some box over there. We will make it some box over there. So let's do it. So right here, let's do, because it's the ID, so we use a sharp div1. And then this one, background color to be red. Okay, and then this one, you do see it's actually, the whole line is actually this. So let's do width of 100 pixel, height of 100 pixel. So it becomes a square because we modify the width and height. So we create this, right? And then this is actually so far our page has a top level HTML tag. Under it, you have body tag. Under the body tag, you have a division. And this division, you set the red color and the width and height. So you have block like this. So far, okay?
Yeah.
So this is a static page. That means the page is fixed. We are not changing it right now. Okay, now we are trying to access the DOM for this box. So to access the DOM for this box, we need to use this ID since. Okay, let's assume that we also want it to work. Let's put on top of it. Okay, on top of it, let's actually put a button. This one, let's put a click me. Okay, every time we do this, okay, let's put a click me. And here, let's do click equals main function. So when you click, the main function will be done. Okay. So right now the click me and the rectangle they are butting each other. That we don't like it. So let's put a couple of the line breaker in between. And in between the two line breaker, let's actually put a horizontal line HR. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Now we want to change the color for this one at the runtime. Let's do it. Okay. So let's assume that we want to change this one at the runtime. So we do need to have the function main. When you click it, you will go to here. Okay. So the first thing we would do is like we need to get the DOM object for this one. So you need to do variable an object name. So this object name can be anything. That's called A. So A would be document that get element by ID, okay, and then you get element by ID of the div1. Okay, so that A element, A object, so A is an object, and these A objects would be division. Okay, so here let's do A dot style dot background color equals blue. Okay, and that's actually saved and click me. You see the background color being changed to blue. This is how JavaScript works. This one get the object of this, and then the style, the background color change to blue. You get changed to blue. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Now let's try another one. Let's try this one called JavaScript object. Okay, border with change. So if I want to change the border width, so get element by ID, I get my division. Let me see. And then style the border width equals 10. That you would change the border width. Okay, now let's actually change the border color change. So border color change is a border color variable. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so let's do border color change and border width change. Okay, so border color I know, border width I know. Okay, let's do it. So here, let's go back to here, go back to my page. So right now, let me add not only the background, let's do add style that border width equals 20 pixel. Add style that border color equal black. Save. Let's go. Border. Let me see. Something wrong. Okay. Something wrong. It didn't change the border width and border color. Let's check it. This one, let me check it. It actually is element style the border width is capital W. Capital W equals 20 pixel. 20 pixel. Let's see JavaScript. Let me go back. Okay. First one, let me put this border color on top. Because it changed, it maybe is still blue color. So let me change it. So let me don't use this one. Let's use a double quote. Let's try one more time. The border color, let me see. Border color not changed. Let me see. Border color not changed. Border color change. It's border color equals red. That equals black. It doesn't take black. Let's actually do another one. Let's don't use black. Let's use sharp 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, this one is also okay. Let's see this one. Click, it's still not changed. I don't see the border width. Am I spelling wrong? Let me see. Border color. Okay, let's actually have the border first. Let me put the border of these there. Let's put into the CSS. Let's put into here. Let's have a border of 5, and then let's use dashed, and then let's use black. Okay, let's save, and let's do refresh. So going back, okay, so it actually go back to the original one. So right now we have the border. So okay, maybe I don't set a border in the first place. So now I set a border of the 5-pixel dash black, right? Now I actually save it and I click, so it changed to a border black color of the 20 pixel. So now this color, let me change. Let's don't use this one. Let's use a teal. Okay, teal color. So let's click me. It actually no change. This is not teal. This one is not different. So let's change it. This one, let's use different colors. Use yellow there. Save. Click me. Okay, it become yellow. Okay. Any questions so far? Is that okay? So this one, you get element by ID, it will actually give you the access of, you will be accessing this division, this ID. So you're going to change this division, this ID, and then you set up the color by doing this. The original setting is in the CSS part, is in here. Is that okay?
Yeah.
This is the purpose of the using the JavaScript. Okay. So right here, this one, let's don't call it circle. It's actually nothing to do with circle. Let's call it border setting. Okay, call it border setting. Anyway, this one is our first example to access the DOM. So the DOM is a tool to access your background data structure for your page. Okay. So now let's actually add something there. So we do have a division, but that's before the division, let's put a paragraph. So this paragraph, let's put in some words. So this one, let's call it experiment. Okay. So this one, let's actually also put a ID in there. And then this ID, actually, let's do it as, let's put it as P1. Okay. So we do have this P1, and we do have this experimental things here. We would like to go to the mix function. So let's do variable P1 equals document that get element by ID of your P1. And then you got the element P1. So this element P1 is a paragraph. So P1 that inner HTML equals, I edit this line, and then let's change line mark, save, click it. You see, I updated this line. Okay, so it's a P1 that style the background color equals a blue, light blue, light blue, light blue, light blue. E1. Okay, that's it. Let's do this. Save. Okay, the background changed to light blue. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So if you don't have the JavaScript, you just have HTML and CSS. We call it, it is a static page. Static page means that you cannot click it, you do nothing, it shows something, but you cannot change it. But here, this one will become a dynamic page. So dynamic page means that you click me, the main function will be wrong, and then the background being changed, border being changed. Okay, so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one give you the idea of what is the get element by ID. Now, next one you may have, let's talk about get element by class. So right now, let's actually put this one, let's actually do, okay. If I want to change the background color for both this one and this one at the same time, let's actually create a new button. Okay, so right here, let's actually create another button. So let's do button, okay. Button, okay. So this one, let's do Chippy, okay. So click, okay. So this one, we will do is cube. Okay, so a function called is cube. Okay, so let's do is cubed. So here let's have a function. This function called is cubed. Okay, so right now, right here, we do have a ID, we do have a ID division one and ID. So here I'm going to use class group one, G1, okay, group one. And then class equals group one. Okay, so you have the group one, so you can basically get the element by class names. So you will get the element by class names. So now you can get the element by class names. So you do document.get element by class names. Okay, let's copy this one. So this one, you actually go to your here. Now your SQ function, you do have variable, okay, and then this one is G1, let's call it docs, okay, whatever docs. So docs equals this. Okay, document.get element by ID, and then the class name should be G1. Okay, so now you get the many elements now. So let's do this. Let's do for that I equals 0, I less than docs length I increase. So you are going to go to every element in the docs. So this one, G1 is a class. It is a class, so there are multiple elements. So what are the multiple elements you access? Anything that has a G1 would be accessed. So you access the paragraph one, you also have access the the so-called division one. Okay, you actually access these two things. So let's do this. Let's do this one. Let's do console.log your docs I. You console log the docs I. Also, you will do console the log docs I style that background color. So you will print the background color of every element in the docs. Now we will do this. We'll do after that the docs I style that background color will be changed to apple green. Okay. Whatever apple green it is, we will change the background color to apple green. So let's save it. And I'm going to click it. Wait, something wrong. There's a typo. There's a console log. There's a E. Should be E. And make a mistake. Anyway, save. Kick me. And then let's show the console log. So the console log show me this P1 division 1, and then the color is empty line. The color is empty line. It's an unset. Okay. So right here, you actually console log not defined. So this one being fixed. Let's save and do one more time. Let's see what happened. So console log, there is still a console log. This one is clear. Let's click one more time. So it actually, this one, doc I, you print this one. This one, the background color, actually, background color, doc I's style, that the background color actually is empty string. Okay, so doc I, let's see, doc I. So let's do this. Before we do this one, let's do this. Let's do console.log docs. Let's actually save and console log the docs. So docs is doc 0 is empty. Doc 1 is also empty. They do not get anything there. It's an empty object. It is an object, but it's empty. It do not have data in there. Doc 0 and doc 1 is an array. Okay, anyway, this one I try to access the two class 1, the G1's element. So we get that we do get 2 elements from there. Yes, we do get a 2 element from there. But I'm trying to set its background color, but it actually failed. Okay, that's actually something wrong there. We do console log, we can find the array of 2 elements there. Yes, there are 2 elements there. But we print its style, the background color. Did I spell wrong? Okay, for some reason it's actually not getting there. Let me click, okay, and then let me to click one more time. So this time it gives you the light blue and blue. So yeah, this time it will get the right data. You get the right data, and then after that you set it to So this one you get the right data if you actually update it by the program. Actually, you get it. Okay, that's no problem. And then after that, your background top style background color set to this one. This one doesn't take effect. Okay, so let's see. Let's actually print one more time. Let's see if it changed. So let's put it there. Let's actually save. Let's click first and then click me one. So it still be blue. Actually, it's not changing. We changed to April green, but it's not changed. So let me copy this one. Something's wrong. Let me copy this one, put it over here. Let me use double quote. Don't use a single quote. Let me use let's don't use apple green. Maybe apple green is wrong. Let's use green. Okay, green work. Okay, so that's the problem with the apple green. It's okay. There is no such a thing as the apple green. So this one, it would change the background color when you use this one. So here just showing you that for using the class name, you can get multiple of them. So anyone with the class name of G1 is a group. So you take them out, each one of them, the background color being colored with green color. That's what we did. Okay? Any questions so far? No? So today's topic is like you have an HTML page. We are trying to use a JavaScript to access the HTML page and update it. Okay? So first one is to update the so-called what class name and the ID. Okay, ID is individual element like this division. And then we use the so-called class name. Class name is anyone with the class name. So these two are a group. Let's put more paragraph. Okay, let's actually copy this one. So this one, let's actually call it another. So this one, I'm not going to use group one. I'm going to use group two. And then this one, paragraph is P2. Okay. So I'm going to create another one. Let's actually copy it. Create another one. So this one, let's actually call it yet another experiment line. This one, let's change it to group three. And this one, let's use ID of paragraph three. Okay. So let's actually save it. And then click. Okay, so this one only group P1 being changed. P2, P3 not being changed. Okay, so you click me only G1 group changed. These two are not changed. Now I want to access these three paragraph by using P. Okay, now I want to do that. So I'm going to create a new button. So this new button, let me create another one. Okay, and this one is get me. Okay, so get me. Okay, so this is a get me one. Okay, so get me is a function to update another one. Okay, so let's do it. So this get me, I'm going to create a new function for get me. Okay. So there is a function called get me. Okay, lowercase. So this one is lowercase. So this one, you are going to get many paragraphs. So let's go para. let's call it paragraphs. S, okay, so multiple. So document that get element by type name. This element is E, and then they are S, and then this type name is called P tag. P tag is any of the paragraph, we will get it. Okay, so these are different one. Let's call it PS. Okay, paragraph is too long. Let's call it PS. So this is a PS. Now we are going to do this. We are going to do for loop. So for let integer let I equal 0, I less than PS the length, I increase. You get every single paragraph. So PS that style that background color equals pink. Okay, use a more generic color. I don't want to create new color and you make it unable to work. Okay, just put every paragraph. So let's put every paragraph. So paragraph as I. Okay, so let's just save and let's get me something wrong. Document that get element as by tag name is not a function. Let me see. Get element as by tag name. Get element. I'm missing the E. Okay, I'm missing the E. Sorry. One more time. So every single line in paragraph being updated to pink color. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So today we teach you to color or change the color for a single element by using ID, by using the group, by using group one, if you use class, or by paragraph, you actually get every element in the paragraph. So when you use the get element S, if there's a S, then it will return an array. It will return an array, you will return multiple element. Okay. If you get element by ID, there's only one element will be returned. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So right here in this web page, they do have get element by ID, get element by tag name, get element by class, get element by CSS selector. Okay, different things. So this web page is very useful if you need to reference it. It's very useful. Okay. Okay, so far we teach you how to access the element. We teach you how to access the element, okay? To get the element and read the color or change the color. Okay, let's do this. Let's have a break of 5 minutes. Okay, come back on A57. Okay, give you 7 minutes.
Okay.
And we are going to continue with the JavaScript memory model and some more advanced topic. Okay, we will have a break. Let you have a break to relax a little bit. Okay, come back later.
嗯
Hello.
Uh,
Let me find something interesting. Okay, one moment. Let me see the 11th full JAP archboard pickup. Let's do 11th lab. 11th lab. Where's the 11th lab? Hmm? 11th lab. 11th lab. Status code. Let's see this one. 7. No. Solution code. Let's see. Car tester. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. Okay. Here we have a cars. Okay, that's what we want. Okay. Here we have tons of the poker cards. That's what I want. Let me copy this whole card. I don't need everything. Okay, that's too much. But let me copy this card to our local. Okay, let me actually create a new one. So let's go to what did that 2026 HTML. We are going to do this one is let's create a new one. This one is JavaScript DOM. Okay, we're talking about DOM, so let's put it under this JavaScript DOM. So this different image is under the cars, and then under car there are many cars. Okay, and these different cars inside there, let's look at it. So each one of the car represents some is used car, some is unused car. So used car is black color, unused car is, let me see, no. Let's actually change the view to large icon. Okay, so used car is a S and there's a regular one. Okay, so we use the regular one, and then there's a car called back one. Back one means that this one is covered. Okay, this one's back one is covered. So two clubs. Okay, two space whatever. Now we do have the car. So in this JavaScript DOM, we are going to create a new. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do window R. I'm going to do go to this directory using the Visual Studio Code. So let's do E drive CD to this directory. And let's run code up. Okay, so now we are going to create a file that's called what's that? Let's call code. So this one we are going to do, let's call it, this is car. Let's create a new file. This new file. No, that's not under the car. That's actually under the DOM. So that's actually in DOM. Let's create a new file. This file called poker.html. Okay, so we create a file. It's called poker.html. Let's get started with this one. So we are not going to use Copen now. We use this one called Visual Studio Code. So we do have a header. So let's create a head function head section. Okay, then we have the body section. Okay, so now this is a header section. We would have a title. So this title is called Coke again. Okay. And then we also have the CSS right here. So let's put a style. Okay. Okay, put it over here. So we do have a body, and then we may like to put our JavaScript over here. So script. Okay. So this is JavaScript up to here. So it's our program's overall structure. So the body we would use let's use background color. Okay, background color. Let's use page color. Does have a margin of 20, actually 10%. Okay, margin 10%. Oh, I'm sorry. This one I'm missing the body. Okay, so this body. Let me push in a little bit. Okay, so I would also have a border of 5 pixel solid black. No, 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 no. I'm not on this one. Okay, this is okay. Now this one, okay, I'm going to put right here, I'm going to put a division. Okay, put a division. So this is a division slash division. Okay, so right here, I'm going to put a division, and I'm going to put inside this division, I would have, okay, let's call this one, don't call it division, let's call it section. So inside section, let's have a division, and this division that have a class, this class called R. Okay, and this one, let's do ID equals R1. Okay, so we do have a division called R1. And then inside this division, we would have a image, and image source file would be equal to this one is cars. Under car, I'm going to pick the one called big one. So let's see, big one, big one, big one, big one, big one. I own the big one. I don't see it, but let me type it. It's called BACK1 GIF. Okay, and this one we got the big one, and then okay, I'm sorry. Here I'm going to use it because it's a class, so I'm going to do the class dot car. Okay, it's actually the car. All the car would have this. It would have a border. Okay, this one is 1 pixel. Okay, and solid. Let's use gray color. Okay. Let's use a 2 pixel gray. So I would also work on a division. This one that's called ID equals table. I'm sorry, let's call it casino. So here I have shop casino. So casino would have it from color of the dark green, and then border of 5 pixel solid black. Okay, up to here, let's see what happened. Okay, let's actually save it and take a quick look now. So this is a page that I created in a short time. Let me see this one. Let's open the poker. So the poker has a car over there. This one is only one car over there, and it's big one. So it's not open right now. Is that okay so far? Any questions so far?
No.
No, let's actually look at it. This one actually is right there. So I'm going to do margin 20 pixel. Okay, so this is a casino. I would have a width of 1200 pixel, height of 800 pixel. Let's actually save it, check it one more time. Let's refresh. Okay, so this do okay so far. Any questions so far?
No.
So now this car, I'm going to have a width equals 80, actually 80 pixel, height equals 100 pixel. Let me see. It may be wrong. Okay, this one may be wrong. If it's wrong, your picture cannot be shown completely. Okay, let's see. So 80, I think, is a little bit too wide. 100, I think, is a little bit too long. So let's change this one to 92. So let's change to 72. See, that's wrong. Okay, so this is a good picture. I think the height is a little bit longer, so let's use a 96. Okay, now, so this one I'm going to add a button under it. Under the image, I'm going to change line because not in the same line. I'm going to change line. Change line here, I'm going to create a button. This button is slash button. Okay, and here you will do on click. Okay, and click this one to call open it. You call open it function. Okay, so here let's put a and you will run open it function. Let's see. Okay, so there's a click button. Okay, there's a click button and right under it. Okay, so this is a click button. We want it to be. Let's actually do this. Let's do plus BTNS. Okay, buttons. I'm sorry, let me see. Okay, going back to here. So here we would have, no, This height is okay. So right here, I would have a class BTNS. So right here, I'm going to use a margin. Okay. Top would be 10 pixel, 0 pixel, 0 pixel, 10 pixel. And then the width I'm going to change it to 72 as well. Now let's see. Let's save. Refresh one more time. Okay, so there's a click button, make bigger, and we do have this. Okay, so when we click, we'll do something. Now let's go and work on this card. So now we go to this here. So here we will have a variable that's called mode equal 0. And then we create a function called open if. Okay. So yeah, let's see. So here we would have a variable, and then we would have parse equals an array. So this array will be, let's see what array it should be. Let's actually look into the, let's see, let's go to the card. So I'm going to just get a few cards. So I'm going to get, let's see. I'm going to get, let's do this. Let's do Jack spade S. So Jack spade S. Okay. So let's do Jack spade S. Okay. This is Jack spade S. That's one thing. Let's continue. Let's see. So that's actually Jack spade, and then let's actually have other cards. So we have Jack spade, and then let's have queen of the spade, let's see, queen spade S. So we have queen spades S. I should also have a king spades. Okay, let's just use this three card. Okay, let's just do with this three card. So when we open it, we have three card of this three card. Okay, now we actually do if mode equals 0, then we'll do the following. We will do variable index equals to mass.random times cars length. Okay, so you will use the mass.random, use a car length. You get this one, and then you get the row function. So this one will be 0, 1, 2. Okay, it actually is a random number of 0 to 3, but not including 3. So you will get the random number of 0, 1, 2. Okay, so this 0, 1, 2, you get the index, and then you will do variable card be equal to, you have let's see, you have slash cars slash plus cars index plus chief. So this one is the actually is the file name of the car. Which car is randomly pick? You pick one of these three cars, but you will come from the cars directly. You come from car directly, and the car directly would have this spade, jack spade dot jeep, jack spade, the queen spade dot jeep, and king spade dot jeep. We are going to create one of the car. So you get that one, and you would do the following. Let's actually do this here. We would do variable R1 equals document that get element by ID. So get element by ID of this one called C1. So you are going to do, no, the C1. So here you are going to do here. Oh, it's over here. It should be the ID of the I1, so image 1, okay? So you are going to get the image I1, okay? Now, so here we are going to do this. We are going to do JavaScript change image src, okay? So you will get the element by ID, and then your get element by ID, and then the .src set to the image file. So what you would do is your right here, your C1 that src would be equals car. That's it, if more equals 0. Else your car that, so here we let's create another one. Let's create variable f equals f1. Let's see, that's what we need, okay? So this one should be c, that's one that src will be equal to this thing, rp test, change this one to back. Okay, so you would go to the back, and then you change your mode equals 1 minus mode. So this one is 1 will become 0, 0 will become 1. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So this one, so 1 become 0, 0 become 1 means that when you are 0, then your mode will become 1. Mode become 1, next one you click, you will get the back. If you actually next time you are 1, you will actually change the back. If you are 0, you will actually get a, you will open it, or you will open it. So that's okay. Let's check if it work or not. Okay, let's actually do refresh. Let's click. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Let me see. Let me use the inspect console. Let me click. Something wrong. Let me see. Click. Click, nothing happened. Okay, won't show it. Okay, let me check. Okay, let me check. So here, one thing is that open it. Do we actually run it or not? So here you have a click button and then open it. You come to this open it. So let's see. Do it that it got the that's the wrong alert. See if you come to this part. Okay, let's put a alert. See if our open it will go to here or not. So let's refresh and then click. Okay, so it come to here. Okay, actually it go to here. It go to here. So since okay, so this alert has no problem. So now next one, C1 equals document that get element by ID I1. I1 is I1 is no problem. So we get the C1. So C1 if mode 0, if mode 0, let's do this here. So let's do alert 0 right here. Okay, and let's do alert 1 here. So basically your mode 0, your alert 0, mode 1, your alert 1. Let's see if that work or not. Okay, save. Let's refresh and let's click. So 1 and then click. Still 1. Click. Still 1. That's wrong. Okay, that's actually wrong. Let's see. Why is always stuck at 1? That's something wrong. Initially it's 0. So if how comes this one seems not being executed? So the alert work. So match the random times car the length cars. Okay, match random. So that's don't alert. We seems don't go to the. This is. Oh, okay. This one should be double equal sign. I make a mistake. I assign it to 0. That's actually wrong. Should be double equal sign. It's actually equal sign, not double equal sign, not equal sign. I make a mistake. Okay, sorry. Let's wrong it and then click. So you have 0. Change card. Click. Close. Click. Open. Click. Change card. Click. Open. Okay, it changed card. Is that okay now? So you can click and then you actually will open a few cards. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we don't need this alert. Let's take out of the alert. So what this do is that when you write a program for gambling, you need to open the card, close the card, open the card, close the card. This one is a simple example that will give you the open card and close card. That's we do it. I take away that alert now. So it's open, close, open, close, open, close. They'll randomly pick the 3 card. Is that okay? You can put more card in there. Right now, I'm just using 3 card. You can put the 52 cards, every card over there. Is that okay? You can put all of the 52 card in there. You can even put the Joker in there. Okay, Joker card into there. So it's up to you to put whatever card you want to show. As long as you change the SRC, you will be able to change the card's face. You change this random number, you will change SRC, you will change the images. So basically, image is a slot. Image is a slot. Then you can change it to the back if you close it. Or you actually open it, you will change it to a new card face. Card face. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
So this one give you the idea of how to open card and close card for the poker game. Okay, so we can write a more decent poker game on top of this, but at this moment, I just want to show you how to do this card. Okay, how to do this card. So when I send out the material, I may include all of the card for you. So you will get this card set. So when you do a bigger project, you may be able to use it. So remember that I'll give you this card zip file. Is that okay? Is that okay
Yeah.
so far? Okay, and we also use a random number. So random number is you do random number and the length of the card, you should be able to randomly pick any one of the card. So this is another technique for it. And then you have the card S and then card name and then zip file. So this is to get a file name for each of the card. Okay, you should be able to get each one of the card and then you should be able to display it. So anyway, right here we show you a simple casino example. We can put a 5 card into it to make it bigger. We can put it 5 card. We can also give it the whole poker deck to play. Okay, if we want to do whole poker deck, we can put more over there. You can also put a dice in there if you want to do a dice and then open the poker card. Okay, that's up to you. But at this moment, we don't want to make it so complicated. Just give you a single card, open and close. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the chapter. So that's what we want to learn is to change the image of a file. Okay, using the get element by ID. That's one thing that we learned today. Now, next one we are going, but this is not really efficient. Sometimes people complain that get element by class and get element by the ID is not efficient. Okay, so there's another way to access it. It's called query all. Okay, using CSS to query. So that's what right here in here. This one is called using the CSS collector. That's usually a CSS collector. So you can use a query selector all and query select. So here you can use the CSS to do query selector. So let's see here. Let's do JavaScript query selector. Okay, so you can use a query selector to select instead of using the so-called what's that? Instead of using okay, so query selector will return the first element, and then query selector all will return an array. Okay, so they should look at it. So that's what we would do. Let's actually try a different one. Let me go back to here. So let me go back to this code So this code I have a Liena 14 border setting. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to here. Let's actually let's go to this one. Let's create another one. Create a new file. This one called Liena 15. Okay, this one called border. Ooh, okay. So this one is the border one, but we actually get it from the internet. So I'm going to put here HTML. Okay, I'm going to copy it from the code. So I'm going to put a header. And then I'm going to put a style here. And then I'm going to create body. Okay, and I'm going to put a script. Okay, I create a structure for the online program can be copied to it. Okay. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the whole thing in HTML. Put it in body. So everything in HTML, we just put it in body. Okay. Now everything in CSS. Everything in CSS. Let's put into the style. Okay. Now let's do one more. Everything in the JavaScript. Let me put it into the. Let me put into here. And I'm going to push it in more. Okay. So anyway, this is just a copy from the internet down to the local. So I'm going to just run it. Okay, let's do click me, get me. Okay, so everything work. Okay. So what we would do is like, okay, this version work. Let's actually copy this one, save it. So I'm going to paste. So I'm going to change it. Let's change it to order 3. So this one, we no longer use the get element by ID. Let's don't get element by ID. Let's do this one. Let's do query. Let's do query selector. So the first one is we are doing the division. So last time we do division 1, and when we change the background color and the border. So right here, we are going to use a CSS right here. So it actually is a ID, so use a sharp division 1. Is okay? So original is get element by ID. Now you do query selector. So query selector, if you are query selector, you would choose the first one. First one is this ID equals the div. So this one is sharp div1. So let's see if it works or not. Let's see. And let's refresh. And then let's do click me. Okay, it worked. It's okay so far?
Yeah.
So this one, I would say the same thing. This one for P1, I'm also going to change it with query selector. This is a second style that you can use to do it. Okay, now that actually okay. Now let's look at this one. Get element by class. Now I would use the CSS style. So it's a query selector all, and it's a group, so it's that G1. Okay, that is okay. Now this one is by tag name, so this one is by tag name. So tag name you would do query selector all, and then terminate with P so that it's okay. Now this is everything is okay. Now let's save. And let's do refresh. No, that's not the number 2. Let's pick the number 3. Give me everything work. But we do not use the get element. Now we use a get element. We use a query selector. So query selector, you will put the CSS selector right here to select your element. So you just use the same function. You don't need to know about get element by ID or get element by name or get an element by what. Is that okay so far?
Yeah.
And there are more things that you can do. For example, you can add more node to the JavaScript. So, but that's a little bit too hard. So right here, we do not introduce to you until you need it. You can study it, okay? So I think today we are up to here, teach you how to create a web page and then use JavaScript to modify the background colors and borders. And then we teach you how to change the image so you can switch image, look like you are playing card. And then you use random number to pick a random card. And then we also teach you to use a query select all and query selector. Is that okay? We are up to here. It's 9:40 already. So
Yeah.
this week we are going to continue this STORM discussion. Is that okay? And then give you more example in game design. Okay? Okay. Good night and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.